Okay children, today we shall be going with our poem The Wind, Standard 9, written by Subramanian Bharati. And this was actually written in Tamil language and later it got translated by A.K. Ramanujan into English. So we shall be looking into our English version today. And whenever you talk about wind, what exactly comes to? Don't you feel it as a science subject we are talking in English? Wind is something, a natural process. And we keep on talking about wind and the atmosphere and the biosphere. These all words we keep on talking in the science subject. But here, that topic, how nicely the Subramanian Bharati has put into the form of literature, and he started explaining. What can we explain about wind? Is it the wind blows, the wind comes, sometimes the wind is strong, sometimes the wind is nice. We have the different words also, like it is breeze, air, these different kind of words also we keep on using for it in different contexts. And here, what exactly can he put in the literature form is given. Whenever these poets take any of the elements, they actually try to put it in the form or relate it to our life. Here also, this wind element is related to our life. We shall be seeing how the discussion goes on with and how he is trying to relate the wind to our life. So, let us start the poem here. And how nicely, as if it is, the poet is talking to the wind and it is asking the wind to do something, and wind, how it is reacting and what is the wind doing there. Is it really listening to us? Do you think the wind listens to us? But what exactly is going on? Let's go into the details of the poem. Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw them down the books on the shelf. So these are the 4 lines here. And see, the starting point, the poet is as if asking the wind, please come slowly. When the wind is nicely coming, it is nicely blowing, we say how nice, how cold breeze. So we are very happy, how pleasant the things are when the wind is softly blowing. Here, the same expression, asking the wind to come slowly. And whenever, what is that he is saying? Don't do that and don't do this. Why is the wind doing these all things? When is the wind doing these all things? Whenever it gets stronger. When the wind blows very strongly, the windows panes are shattering, they are broken. When the wind is very strong, the books are blown away, the books are torn, the pages are torn. These all kinds of destructions happen. So initially, poet starts with wind, please come slowly, and says that don't break the shutters. Shutters are the window panes. Don't break the shutters of the window. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw my papers, whatever are kept in, nicely I have kept in my shelf and on the table. When the wind comes, they just are thrown off onto the floor. And still more, if the wind is a little stronger, there is a chance that my book gets torn, the pages get torn. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. The books, whatever are kept in the shelf, don't throw them away. So he is asking the wind to come slowly and not in a destructive form. Come to the next 4 lines. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. In the very first line, what did he say? Wind, come slowly, softly. Did the wind listen to him? Obviously no. Wind does whatever it feels like. Whatever and whenever, whatever the conditions, as we go into a little of our geography, it is according to the atmospheric conditions the winds move. It is doing according to its, as if a duty it is given to, and it is doing. It doesn't listen to us. It doesn't see that we are in a good mood, we are in a bad mood, so I have to move like this. It doesn't look into. It's doing its work according to the situation. So the king again says, I asked you to come slowly, don't break all these things, but still you have done this. See what you have done here. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages off the books. You brought rain again when the wind is blowing. Nicely, the small, slow winds are blowing. We even see, along with the winds, we see the rains also coming. He says that, see, you have even, I said don't do all these things, you have done this. And along this, what you have brought? You brought the rain as well. See the next ones here. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters. Crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts, the wind god winnows and crushes them all. See how nicely he says. He used everything, everything what is to be crumbled, what is the things getting destructed, everything he has put in a nice form. Each and everything is not spared. He is God, he is this, it is not spared in front of wind, whichever is weak. He says, I think wind, it is you are always enjoying, you are putting some of the problems to the weaklings, and when the weaklings suffer, you enjoy. And you are crumbling all these things. If the house is weak, you are crumbling it down. So he says, you are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. You are enjoying it. When you are seeing the weak things, we can see the strong trees are standing and the weak climbers and the weak trees just fall off when the wind comes. And I feel looking at this, you are enjoying the scene. So you are doing this one and you are trying to throw off the weak ones, weaklings. Like crumbling the houses. If the house is weak, it gets crumbled down. The doors are weak, they get broken. The rafters are, in the olden days we used to have the wooden roofs and the wooden beams supporting them. Those are the rafters. If they become little weak, when the wind comes, even that support is lost and the house is falling off. Crumbling woods. Woods is the forest, and even you are having so much of power that you can destroy a forest also. Crumbling bodies, even the life, we also get crumbled. When there is a big wind, we also get distracted, we fall. Crumbling lives, the lives are also lost. Crumbling hearts. The wind god winnows. Winnows is, in the science you might have, in our science subject you might have learned about winnows. We see, we have a picture here, this picture. They are winnowing the wheat. Means, whenever you have the harvest being done, you have all the impurities along with your weeds. So we have the process. We try to put them in such a way that the wheat falls in a straight way, because it is a heavy seed, it falls on a straight, and the lighter impurities, the shaft is being blown away by the wind in the opposite direction, that is winnowing. Here the poet has said, God is in that process. First it gives us a chance, we are flourishing, we are doing very nicely, but in a point it comes like, God sends the wind and it wants to separate the good ones and the bad ones. And it wants to see in the whole of, it is not about the human particularly, the weak people are being killed here. It's not like that. The whole of, it is a rectification of the whole of the earth. And we are supposed to learn from this one, that is the point here. When the wind blows, when the unnecessary things in the world are there, like it is the weak houses, weak trees, unnecessary things or weaklings are there, they should be thrown out and the strong ones should stand in the world. So, the poet gives, like he is making a comparison, God sends the wind, winnows the things, and the good ones stand here and the weak ones are being thrown away. They are removed from the surface. He don't do what you tell him. Whenever we tell something to the wind, does the wind does the same what we want to do? Want him to do? Not exactly. He doesn't do. So come, let's build strong homes. Now this is a solution. This was a problem and now poet is trying to give you a solution. He is saying that it is, what is the solution now? When the wind comes, we are dying off because we are weak. He is asking us to stand for that, withstand that challenges whatever are coming in front of us. So here he says, then whenever the wind comes, the weak bodies die off, the weak houses fall off. Then why don't we make a big house or a strong house so that it doesn't fall? And it can withstand that wind. That one is the challenge. Wind is a challenge in front of us. And we have to, for the first time we were unaware, the wind comes, our house falls. But the second time again the wind can come. So are you ready for that one? How did you make yourself fit for that challenge? So you have built a strong house. So when you build a strong house and the wind comes and you are stable, you have sustained it. So that way, please come. Let's make strong houses. He won't do what you tell him. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's joint the door firmly. Practice to firm the body. Practice to firm the body. Make your body strong. Make a practice. Try to withstand those challenges. Overcome those challenges. So that your body becomes very strong and all the challenges whatever come into your way, you can stand. If your body is weak, for the first challenge your body will crumble and you'll die off. So let's come together. Make our doors firm. The doors should be firmly put so that the wind cannot break them and your house is not falling off. Even make a practice that you are making your body strong. Body in the sense it is mentally and physically you should be strong so that you can stand in front of every challenge. Make the heart steadfast. The heart also, mentally and physically. Make the heart so very strong that any kind of challenge that comes in front of you, you are overcoming it, you are able to succeed. And when the challenges you keep on overcoming without falling, and from every challenge you learn something. How to become little more stronger for the next challenge. So this way you are making yourself strong so that in the coming years you are getting success. If you are falling for every challenge, then the success is not in your way. Do this and the wind will be friends with us. Do this. It is be strong, take all the challenges, take every point whatever is required, make the change there to overcome it. If you do that, then the wind is your friend. Like the challenge is nothing in front of us. We are ready to handle all the challenges. If you don't do this one and keep blaming the wind, who is at loss? We are at loss. So definitely it becomes like if you are able to face the wind, it becomes your friend. The biggest wind comes, but still you are able to stand. So it is almost your friend. It is not doing any harm to you anymore. So it becomes your friend. The wind blows out weak fires. We know that when we have a candle and we want to, when we blow the air onto it, what happens? It's a weak fire. Just it is getting blown off, put off. And when you have a big fire and the same wind we are trying to blow into that one, what is happening? The wind is flourishing here. This is the comparison. The weak fire is fire in both the cases, wind is wind in both the cases. But here small fire and a wind put off. Its existence is lost. And a big fire, when the wind is blown, it becomes little more bigger. It supports. So it has become a friend of yours and giving you success. It makes strong fire roar and flourish. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. And here we are talking about if we are like able to face the challenge, his friendship becomes very good. By every blow of the wind, it's making you stronger from before. From every blow, you are learning something in your life. Even for the first time when you fall off, you are trying to stand. If you don't try to stand, there is no meaning in your life and you are out of your life. And if you are trying to stand, and when you try to stand, you are getting ready. When the second blow of your wind comes, you should not fall. That is what the wind is trying to teach you. That is the connection in literature this poet Subramanya Bharati is trying to relate. So this comes to an end of your poem. Hope it is very clear. And see that this glossary you are putting on into your textbook and then start with your explanation. Thank you.